Here we go, checking in on your forecast. We have been seeing a very soggy and rainy finish to our weekend here thanks to this Gulf system, and it is bringing us some heavier showers right now. This system will continue to push off to the east and skirt along the Gulf Coast over the next several hours, and we'll continue to see some rounds of heavy rain into tonight, especially for our river parishes right now. So there's actually a flood advisory that's just been issued for parts of our river parishes and bayou parishes from Laplace to Thibodaux, because we've already seen about 1 to 2 inches right along this heavy corridor of rain that will continue over the next couple of hours. So there will be some flooding across parts of the area, really our low-lying areas for our river parishes at this point, but some steady and soaking downpours are moving into St. Charles Parish, into Jefferson Parish, over Lake Pontchartrain along the causeway. So we're going to have some wet and slippery roads the rest of tonight, and we'll continue to see some wet roads into early tomorrow, but the rain will be tapering off overnight. However, now we are dealing with some heavy showers both sides of the lake for parts of the North Shore and in South Mississippi, really along this corridor of heavy rain that has continued and basically has set up here over the last hour or so. Heaviest of the rain is still going to be found from Laplace to Thibodaux now, where that flood advisory is, but some heavy showers again taking over St. Charles Parish, heading into Metro New Orleans. Heavier showers coming into the city of New Orleans now, and for our coastal spots. So heavier rain for the South Shore, and here we go with the North Shore. St. Tammany Parish seeing some heavier rain towards Slidell along I-12 here, crossing into South Mississippi. So Pearl River County seeing some steady and soaking showers along I-59 towards Bogalusa as well. So heavy rain for the next several hours. I want to take a closer look at the river parishes again. Laplace into Luling, very heavy rain to Des Allemands and Raceland now. Here's that heavier batch of rain that's starting to move into JP. So Kenner, Metairie will be seeing the heavier rain too. And so will Metro New Orleans, the city of New Orleans, getting in on some heavier showers. Temperatures are going to stay in the upper 40s and low 50s right now and into the overnight through early tomorrow morning. So it's chilly, it's soggy, it's rainy. We will stay rainy into the early overnight hours, but showers will be winding down before the sun comes up tomorrow. But tomorrow is still going to be cloudy and windy behind this system as it passes off to the east. We do stay chilly all this week, expecting below average temperatures every day this week. Not terribly cold, but I think even going into the third week of January, we may get another frigid stretch of days. Still some time to watch it, but it looks like we're really locked into this colder pattern. But before we get there, we're kind of on a roller coaster because we briefly warm up for a couple of days later this week on Friday and Saturday. But right now, the rain is really the big thing that we're focusing on. We are dealing with some heavy showers right now, especially for our river parishes. We'll see the heavier rain continuing until about midnight, and then into the overnight hours, some heavy downpours continuing. So there will be some areas of localized flooding in a few spots, especially as we can pick up a couple more inches of rain on the South Shore into the early overnight hours. So tomorrow morning, even though it is expected to be dry for the Monday morning commute, we could still have the big puddles and some ponding on some of our roadways early tomorrow morning. So make sure you do drive carefully early tomorrow. But this is 5 o'clock tomorrow morning. The heavy rain should be off to the east. There may be just a couple lingering showers early tomorrow morning, and that's about it. The heavy stuff wraps up, though it is going to be cold and windy tomorrow with those cloudy skies. Clouds pretty much stay with us all day tomorrow. It's not till we get to late tomorrow night into Tuesday when the clouds start to break up. So some of us have already gotten over an inch, up to 2 inches for parts of our river parishes. We may get an additional 1 to maybe 2 inches, especially along that corridor of heavy rain that has set up across the South Shore and does kind of expand into the North Shore as well. So a couple more inches of rain certainly possible in a few spots. Tomorrow, temperatures will be staying in the low 50s. It will be blustery with northerly winds behind this system. Tomorrow, we'll see wind speeds 15 miles per hour, gusting to 30 at times. And then we get into Tuesday morning, we keep the gusty winds late tomorrow night into Tuesday. So it's going to be really chilly late tomorrow night, Tuesday morning as well. Tuesday morning, we start the day in the 30s and 40s. So very cold stretch of days for our mornings and afternoons. Wednesday morning, 30s and 40s again. Thursday, we do it again. 30s and 40s in the morning, and then in the afternoons this week will only be in the 50s, but we will have sunshine return as we get into Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And we do have that brief warm up that is going to be headed our way going into later this week on Friday and Saturday when temperatures get back into the 60s. But I did want to show and mention, as the winds are kind of whipping late tomorrow night into Tuesday morning, our feels like temperatures, our wind chill may actually be down in the 20s and 30s on Tuesday morning. And as we go into the next several days, we'll start to see this pattern kind of change up in the upper levels. We stay chilly with nothing really big going on after the rain ends overnight tonight. We warm up later into the week with this upper level ridge that builds over the southeast. We get some rain coming in Friday and Saturday, but then I mentioned we may get a blast of more cold, surging Arctic air across the country later in the week. kind of like the week of January 20th to the 27th. So we'll be watching all eyes on that time frame for that big surge of cold air. But in the meantime, it's going to be a chilly week with a couple warm days Friday, Saturday with some more rain later in the weekend.